Hello everyone. Okay, this morning it's a little chilly. Yesterday, come on down, there we go. Yesterday we stacked out 3 levels here. This just gets us up to just over ground level. So we got quite a bit of backfill to do. So this will be considered the footer. Things to note. So we have the brick ledge. That's what the concrete slab will set on. It is lower than the slab, so we'll have it turned down. Basically just a thick piece in the concrete that'll rest on that. Let's see. This side has a common seam about right there. And that common seam, well, right where that board is, you can see the board holding it together. That common seam is because we had factory corners on each end, and this front side has a common seam. There's the board right there, and again, factory corners on each side. That little wall back there, hey gimbal, there we go. That little wall that turns back into the concrete right there doesn't, it just dead ends into the existing wall. Same with this wall. Even though it's a long wall, it didn't need a common seam because our cut could be right up next to that wall. And so, yeah, that's what we got going. You can see our line. We're hoping to get this spray foamed. If you look real close, we've still got a line down there. We're not quite on it yet. We're also not level. So we're going to take the laser level and find the high spot and then raise the rest of the wall up to it. There's some concrete over there that spilled out when we were doing well, I think it was actually when they were dumping that they spilled it, but there's concrete there, and so we might actually cut the nubs off. If that becomes a high spot by like a long way, then we'll come in underneath and cut the nubs off so we're not shimming up everywhere. That would be ideal. The footer should be fairly level. We were really careful when we poured it to get it level, and then we got concrete on top of it. So that's probably the high spot. We'll know when we get the laser level out, but we were gonna do it yesterday, but it started raining on us. We didn't figure we should spray foam in the rain. Didn't think that would work well. I know that stuff sets up with the moisture, but probably not that much moisture. Let's see, in here, muddy mess, wet mess, not a muddy mess, wet mess. Probably need to get some of this water off. Today the object is to get that finished. And then we can start actually marking and cutting the walls. So that's what's on the agenda for today. We'll keep you posted.
Yes, please. Don't ask me.
All right, so as we went up for the little blocks, trying to come over, the prongs on the bottom need to match up, and that's why we were a little bit off, is the fact that as we came up, we got off one way or the other, and so when we tried to come across, they weren't quite matching up. We had to trim them down a bit, but it'll fit. It'll spray foam. The center gap is a common seam, and it worked out to where you didn't even have to cut. Those are 2 factory edges, but they're not meeting as such. It's just, it worked out that way. So, a little spray foam there. We're still going to wrap, you know, Advantech. That's what I was looking for. Advantech. Aww. My code just fell. Crap. Aww. I got one. Aww. All right, so we're still wrapping the windows in Advantech so that we don't have any blowouts like we did right there last time. So that's still a thing to do, but we're ready for a corner. We're ready for a corner.
All right. I didn't vacuum over there yet. There's still water standing. Check.
There you go. Hold it here and snap both sides.
Alright, pull her tighter.
Careless. Pretty tight. Pretty tight.
There, pull it tight one more time. I was just making sure we didn't try to bend over the top of that. We didn't. Okay, I like it.
Like it?
I like it. Yeah. You want to try to measure down and snap a line below that where we put the saw guide? So.
Is it 3/8? Is that what we were measuring?
Okay, well, after kind of a rocky start, we got that wall angle cut and that wall angle cut. So, yeah, do it twice construction. So I can't divide 28 by 2 apparently, but at least I got a longer number instead of a shorter one. So this is 28 feet, right, from here down to that end wall. So at a half 12 pitch roof, 28 feet should be a 14-inch rise, and I had it at 16. And so when we got it all cut, something wasn't working out right. Just nothing about it was right. And when we started remeasuring, we got the laser level back out. We figured out what I did and fixed it. And then when we got over there, we actually did it right. We also were trying to figure out the best method. We tried just the Sawzall. Didn't work bad, but it also left a rougher cut and not flat across the block. So right here, if this is what we were cutting, was like really angled one way or the other. And what we ended up doing is we went and got a piece of 10-foot angle iron, drilled holes in it so that we could screw it into the foxblocks, or not the foxblocks, but the fox bracing, the plastic webbing. And we screwed it on and then just used that as a track saw and ran a circular saw down. Now our cordless circular saw won't quite go all the way through, so then we had to come back and cut the last little bit of plastic. These little nubs right here, we had to cut these off with the recip saw, the sawzall. So we still ended up using the sawzall a little bit, but it made it really nice, and then a really nice cut. And then on the outside, so that got us the inside cut right from the scaffolding. On the outside, we did the lower wall with the skid steer with the man bucket on it. We did the taller wall with the tractor because it'll reach a little farther. And then Dan's a little monkey. He doesn't mind climbing up even on top of that thing. So he was up there. I wouldn't do it. I haven't even been on the tall scaffolding yet. I don't like heights. Oh, we did lose the triangle though. Is it still triangle shaped somewhat?
For the most part. Only fell, what, 25 feet?
25 feet onto concrete, onto gravel and concrete. Okay, let's go out and take a look at it from the front. Okay, so here we are out front. There's not a lot of contrast today with the cloudy sky, but that's the angle of the roof. That's what it's going to look like. So we got to do my office yet. We got to do the rest of the walls, but for now, nope, there goes Dan. Bye, Dad. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. I think it's going to look awesome. I am really pleased with how that turned out. It finally gives us an idea of what the slope of the roof's going to look like. So yeah, it's flat, but it's going to look cool when it's all said and done. We got the overhangs on it. It'll have 2-foot overhangs all the way around, and I'm thinking about doing 4-foot overhangs out there, even if I have to put in a brace to support it. It'll give it a little bit of a ball cap look, and it'll also give us a little bit more shadow in the summertime for those windows, so keep a little bit more of the summer sun out of the windows. Anyway, I gotta go help Carrie. She's vacuuming water out of the basement. Talk to you later. Bye.